So let's have a little chat, shall we? Let's have a little occult chat. This is your host, The Occult View, aka Sia Grant, whichever one you want to refer to me as. Let's have a little chat. Let's just have a little chat, you know. The world is a very interesting place as always, and the world is always changing and evolving, and for some people it is de-evolving. It just depends on what reality you choose to attach yourself to. Because sometimes de evolving is an opportunity for you to go back and maybe understand where you went wrong. Sometimes de evolving is not necessarily a curse or a bad thing. It's, excuse me, it's just giving you an opportunity to go back to those places that you need to work on. So you can evolve and you don't have to come back to those places again. There is a reason why things don't always seem like they're pleasant in layman's terms, because we are constantly, as I just stated, we're constantly evolving. Things are changing, and whether we like change or not, change is going to happen. Change happens to our bodies as we get older. Changes happen to our minds as we get older. This is all part of the experience as a spiritual being of having a human experience in a physical dimension, because the real dimension that we exist in has no form, it has no physicality to it. We just exist, and that is really beyond a lot of people's comprehension, because we live in a world of materialism, and we live in a world of reason and over reasoning and over rationality, or I like to call it over logic, because they have removed the spirit and they've told people that spirituality is fake, it's fraud, magic is fake, it's fraud, it doesn't exist. And to those people, it does not exist, possibly. You get what I'm saying? And then when they do give us any type of magic or any type of examples of magic or whatever the case may be, it's always in a layman um, box or facade that cuts out all of the truth. And a lot of the stuff that they call the truth is the darker, or what they would refer to the darker forms of magic. Christianity has a darker form to it. Christianity is not just all God is love and light and Jesus is all nice. Oh, no, 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 no. Christianity has a very darker, more sinister form to it, but it's not politically correct to really say that in this climate that we live in now. You have to really search for it, not outside of you, but within you, and you have to see where your spirit leads you. If you are not going through anything, if you're not experiencing ups and downs and all arounds, then you're really not living. And your spirit is really not evolving, because spiritual evolvement and real spiritual experience that will get you to a place spiritually where you when you no longer have a body, that will get you to a place spiritually when you no longer have a body, where you don't even have to be dictated by the laws of quantum physics or the laws of physics, period. See, we're only the reason that those laws are, and that includes the laws of quantum physics, which ties into rebirth or reincarnation, whichever one you want to call it. You feel what I'm saying? Once you reach a certain level spiritually, you don't have to be bound by those laws anymore, because you've grown up. But if everything is perfect in your life, if you're living perfection, then what have you really learned? What have you really gained? How can you gain something if you've never lost anything? How can you appreciate anything if you've never been in pain? How can you love if you've never lost? You see what I'm saying? There are people who appear to have it all. They have a semi large following on social media. They aspire to have this huge house and all of these things, but they have all of those things, but now they are de evolving. I see this all the time. You have these things, but your spirit is not aligned with who you are anymore. The spirit is not aligned with you anymore. You have things, but you lack connection to your spirit. Because at the end of the day, this spiritual journey is not about connecting with other people. That's a cult. It's okay to connect with other people, but when it becomes a necessity and when it becomes a crutch, it's okay to connect with other people of like minds. But when it becomes a crutch or when it becomes a group and all of this other bullshit, I'm not talking about a coven. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who use spirituality just to connect with other people to make friends. That is not spirituality. Because most of the time, your spiritual journey is sacred, and that's between you and the universe. And no one else can walk those steps but you. Your best friend can't walk those steps for you. Your children can't walk those steps for you. Your boyfriend, your husband, your mama, your dog, your cat, they have their own spiritual journey. Yes, even your cat. They can't walk that journey for you or with you. The only person that can walk that journey is you. And if you see other footsteps in that journey with you, then that's the God in you, or whatever God or deity that you are aligned with. So, spiritual journeys are not meant to be easy all the time. Yes, we can have peace. I think we should strive for peace. We can have peace. We can have moments of happiness, but happiness is kind of on an it's kind of like jello, because you can have happiness at one period in your life and then something can happen that can snatch all of that away from you. Back in 2016, I was on cloud 9. I was on cloud 9, or so I thought, but I really was on cloud 9 because I was at the end of a cycle for myself. That was the end of a cycle for myself because I was 36. I was going into a new cycle, into a new beginning. This happens all the time. This is why I don't get caught up in life path, shit, because life paths don't stay the same. Our life paths are constantly changing and evolving just like we are. You understand what I'm saying? In 2016, shit, everything was going good. And then my friend Chris died. And that totally knocked me off of my motherfucking horse. But that was part of my spiritual evolution. That was part of it. As crazy as that may sound, his death pushed me to the level that I am now, where I don't really need any friends and all of that stuff. I don't need approval from anyone on YouTube. I don't need validation. I don't need any of that shit. The people that were there for me during that time, even the people I don't fuck with anymore, appreciate it, gratitude, no issue. even though I may not fuck with them anymore. Appreciate it in gratitude. But now I'm at a place now where it's not about what I see on the outside in the outer physical world. It's about I'm paying attention to what's going on inside of me. I'm paying attention to my thoughts. I'm paying attention to where I put my thoughts and attention and my energy. Because wherever you put your thoughts and attention and your energy, your spirit, your subconscious will follow. So I'm more invested in myself now than I was back then. And I find now, see, back then, I was still kind of maybe not overtly looking for it, but covertly, I was still looking for love. I was looking for love. I was looking for acceptance. And after those niggas in the conscious community turned on me, and I thanked them for that because had they not done that, I would have never evolved to the place that I am now. So even with them treating me the way that they did, well, not them, but one particular person, even them or him or whatever you want to call that nigga, even them doing that, that actually helped me. That actually helped me. That actually helped me a lot. And I'm glad that it happened. Because now when I look over there was never anything there for me long term anyway. It went as far as it was supposed to go. Because I'm not a follower, I am a master. The people that still stick around, they're followers. And those people over there, they know that. They're followers. And followers, they never go off and do the things they're supposed to do for their spirit. That's not really what I want to say, but it'll come to me. Followers never evolve. They stay in a constant cycle of de-evolvement. That's hell. They never evolve because they are so attached to an idea or a physical personality that they lose sight of what this shit is really about. And it's not about a personality. It's not about a social influencer. It's about you. We have people that help us along the way. They give us what we need. Sometimes we may have a rapport with them, but that is as far as it goes. There are people that I do have rapports with. There are people that I may talk spirit stuff with, but that is as far as it goes. I'm not looking for no friendships. I'm not looking for any of that anymore. Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying that people don't need people. Of course, people need people. But when it comes to your spiritual journey, that is a journey that you have to travel alone. Because that is the only way that you're going to really learn anything. And you're going to learn that you're really here alone in the first place anyway. All of this shit is an illusion. And your dreams, if you pay attention to your dreams and you listen to what your dreams are trying to tell you, because that's how your spirit speaks to you. When you dream, that's giving you a good indication of what is going on in your waking life and what you need to pay attention to. I know for a fact that when I have certain dreams, I become good at decoding my own dreams. If I have certain dreams, that tells me there are certain things I need to do, and it tells me certain things I need to watch out for, even certain foods, down to foods. If I'm having certain dreams about certain foods and stuff, it's trying to tell me you need to cut back on that because you're doing too much. You don't want a problem with that, or something like that. Or if I have a dream about a certain thing, it says you need to pay your doctor a visit and find out what's going on with you. See, I don't have to go to other people for stuff like that Because, and I'm not bragging, but yes, I am in a way I am because I can do that. But I've been taught by some of the best. I've been taught by some of the best. And I'm not talking about none of them niggas over there in that conscious community. I mean, whatever's whatever, learn some things, but I've been taught by some of the best. And when I say by the best, I'm talking about my ancestors. I'm talking about the spirits that I deal with within myself. They've never forsaken me. They've never forsaken me. Even when I was going through challenges, because people have to understand challenges are not here to hurt you. They are here to challenge you and to get you to another level spiritually. Not to make you richer financially all the time. Everyone ties spirituality to financial gain. And it's nothing wrong with having an abundance of money and finances and prosperity. Let me say that as a disclaimer. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But there's more to prosperity and abundance than just money. There's your health physically, number one, and there is your health mentally. There's your health spiritually. A lot of people are not getting spiritual checkups. They're not doing their spiritual checkups. They're not getting them. It's more prosperity covers so many different things. Is your home life peaceful? Are you going through any inner unnecessary turmoil? Some turmoil will bring you to a place of peace because sometimes turmoil is a way to balance out your karma. And if you have understanding and knowledge and wisdom, then you will move beyond that. Like a lot of the shit that I went through in the late 80s when I was a kid. I went through a lot of shit. Some of the shit that I went through, a lot of people would not be able to walk in my shoes. They wouldn't be able to walk in my shoes. They can judge, they can condemn, they can say whatever they want to say. They don't have to like me because I'm gay. They don't have to like me for whatever reason, but they would not be able to walk in my shoes for one single day. And that is because these shoes were fitted for me and me only. They were fitted for me and me only. I am the only one who can fit these shoes. Nobody else. Same thing with your shoes. If people had to walk in your shoes for a day, they probably could not do it because those shoes were made for you. Those experiences were made for you. Everybody wants to be somebody else. That's the culture that we live in. Nobody wants to be themselves anymore. Everyone wants to be someone else. And maybe someone else is not for you. Maybe the someone else you need to be is you. Maybe the someone else you need to accept is you. It doesn't matter how fat you are. It doesn't matter how unattractive people may say you are. It doesn't matter if you ain't got a whole lot of money. It doesn't matter because once you begin to accept you, then you will get the things that you want, including the money. Because money is a necessary component to survive in this matrix. We have to have money. And it is okay to have an abundance of money. But the problem with people is that they just stop there. They don't go any further. It's not just about the money because you're not going to be able to make the money if you have a poverty spirit on you or a poverty mindset. There are people who are in poverty with money because they have a poverty mindset, and usually those are the people that cannot keep it. Just like the person that lives with me. Catch that T. Now, because he did what he did to me, he lost out. He lost out on getting some money in his pocket because now he can't get it because the process has gone on. They told him no, but I'm going to get it. The money he was supposed to get because he fucked over me, the spirit said no. See, that's how it works. See, money comes to me easily. I don't struggle for money. I don't, excuse me, I don't beg for money. I don't do any of that because I have a good relationship with money. Money loves me and I love it. And I don't struggle for it. I don't have a combative relationship with it. If somebody sent me, as a matter of fact, a friend of mine, he sent me a a payment from PayPal for $10. To me, that was like getting $100. To me, that was like getting $100. I was so grateful. I was so happy and I was so appreciative that he sent me that money because that is how you have to think about money. You have to think of it in that way. Be grateful for whatever you get, and you will never be poor. You will never be poor. People have to get out of the poverty mindset. Oh, I only have this, or I only have that. The way that you're going to get out of that is by thinking of it in a different way. Be appreciative for what you have. Be appreciative for what you have, and the universe will give you what you want and what you need. You don't have to beg. You ain't gotta. You will get your needs will be met if you are open to that, but only if you're open to it. If you're open to poverty, then that's what you're going to receive. I'm not open to poverty. There's some things I need to work on, but I'm not open to poverty. I'm not open to that. Even when I'm having challenges, I do not allow that poverty spirit to take over. Even when I was homeless 3 years ago for a short period of time, I was upset. I was disappointed that I couldn't be in my home at the time because of a natural disaster that had happened. But I was grateful that I was in a place that was warm, safe. I had food and I had money. Spirit is going to always look out for you if you're aligned in the right places in your life. You feel what I'm saying? So that is why when you go through challenges, when you go through these challenges in your life, your spirit is preparing you for your next adventure, for your next challenge, for your next lesson. Spirit is preparing you because you're never supposed to get comfortable in one position. And a lot of them niggas in the conscious community, they're comfortable. They're comfortable. They're comfortable. A lot of these niggas I see in general, they're comfortable. They're too comfortable. But that's not spirituality. You can make yourself as comfortable as possible, and when things do arise, they won't affect you as much. We get that. But you're never supposed to be too comfortable. You're never supposed to be too comfortable for change because change is going to happen. Now, we can do things to delay change. We can do things to slow time down because I know I've done that myself because I'm a powerful motherfucking titan. We can slow time down. We can slow down the aging process because I've done that myself. But eventually, something is going to give. Change is inevitable. We can slow it down. We can delay it, but we cannot stop it completely. And that is something that we have to have the serenity and the understanding to accept. That change is inevitable. And a lot of them niggas in that conscious community and them other magical communities, they're too comfortable. They're too comfortable. And that is how you know that they're not really spiritual or spirited people. They can quote everything they want out of books and the universe is operating on the ninth dimension in the quantum mechanics. And, the crystals are from the planet Kryptonite in the Dogon space system, or the Dogon galaxy, effing pithy, Quasimodo, blah, blah, blah. They can do all of that, but they're still not spiritual. And real eyes can see that. Black women are the most spiritual beings. Black women are the most spiritual beings. And that is why I don't really listen to any black men when it comes to spirituality. Because black men, they lack. A lot of them lack in that area. And I don't give a fuck who gets mad about it. It's the truth. And nobody likes the truth. People would rather believe a lie than the dark, ugly truth. A lot of these black men that talk spirituality, they're not spiritual. Them niggas are just hustling, trying to get money, trying to sell their products. They're not spiritual. And people can take that however they want. I really don't give a fuck. My sinuses are bothering me badly today, child. So, the only way to really get authentic spiritual insight is from yourself and the few trusted people that really do have that gift. You feel what I'm saying? And let me say this, it's not that black men cannot be spiritual, it's just that they choose not to be. They choose not to be. Even white men are surpassing them spiritually. They are. They are. How did y'all let that happen? Oh, that's right. You were too busy degrading, abusing, and misusing other black people and black women especially. You were too busy doing that, right? Abusing and misusing your positions, right? You were too busy doing that. That's why a lot of them spirits are fucking them niggas up now. That's why it's attacking their health in their young ages. That's why. Somebody in their early 50s is not, or mid 50s, that is not old. That is not old. 40s and 50s that's not an old age. Hell, even 65 nowadays is not considered old because of the technology and the advancements in medicine and in physical science. Shit, my mother, you would think that she's in her 40s or 30s, the way she's always running around. Hell, people that are damn near 80 are still doing better than I see a lot of these so-called niggas in their 50s. I'm just saying. Spiritual evolution is dependent upon your experience. It's not dependent upon what you think you know. It's dependent upon what you know, and what you know is your experience. It's your experience. I just thought I would come through and just drop that. Let me check something. I just thought I would come through and drop that quick message. And let me tell y'all this too, something that happened to me yesterday. Wait a minute. Thanks. What do you think? I was checking my phone. But anyway, let me tell you something that happened to me yesterday. And this just lets you know how desperate, and how destitute a lot of black men in the DC area really are, or is, and be ignorant. I was minding my business. I went and got fitted for my glasses that I had to pay a lot of money for because I'm getting transient where they turn into sunglasses outside, and I picked out some really nice glasses, you know. Had I not had insurance, I would have had to pay $600. So I got a discount. My insurance paid for part of it, but I still had to pay some more money. So that's that. But it wasn't a whole lot, but I had my insurance covered a lot of it, and thank God for medical insurance. Thank God for it. Thank God. So I'm minding my business, waiting for my Uber to come pick me up. This black guy is watching me. He looked like I was outside. I had walked down the street because I wanted to look at some of the restaurants that they had right there. Um, I was looking at the different places, just saying, I was like, do I want anything to eat? I said, no, because I really don't eat out a whole lot. I really don't. I cook my own food because I'm a damn good cook. I'm good in that kitchen. That's why I can't get rid of the nigga that's with me now because I'm good in the kitchen. But anyway, so I walked further down from the eyeglass store, and this dude he looked to be about in his 20s or 30s, maybe late 20s, early 30s. Now I'm an older gentleman in my early 40s. I don't have time for no motherfucking nonsense. Let me just say this. I don't have time for dusties. If women don't want to talk to you, what the fuck makes you think that I do? Okay? What the fuck makes you think that I want to talk to you? I don't care what it was about. I don't want to talk to you. I'm a stuck up ass motherfucking Virgo. I don't want to talk to you, nigga. I don't have time for dusties and bums. Okay? I don't have time for that. And when I say bums, I'm not talking about the older black men who have some wisdom with them, who are on the street. I don't mind giving them some money. But you young motherfucking niggas in your 20s and motherfucking and 30s, you can go eat some ass crack. Okay? You can go eat some ass crack. And I don't mean mine, but you can go eat some ass crack. This dude gonna say to me, first of all, I couldn't hear him because there was traffic coming up and down the street. I was on a main avenue in DC. Traffic was coming up and down the street. He walks over to me. I'm minding my business, looking down at my phone. He comes over to me. Hey, what's up? And I said, hey. Because, I'll speak to anybody. I'm not that stuck up, you know. But after I say, hey, go on about your business. So then he says, you all right? When a nigga's asking a total strange man that he does not know if he's all right, that's a pickup line. That's a pickup line. So he kept asking me, was I all right? He kept asking me, was I all right? He looked dirty, dusty, and bummy. He looked like he just got out of a homeless shelter. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is going on? So I try to walk away, right? I was thinking to myself, will this Uber please hurry up and come? Come the fuck on in my mind. So then he follows me and says, you got a couple of dollars? I said, no. Then he gonna say, are you sure? I said, I'm positive. Then he gonna ask me, you all right? He asked me that again. That nigga was not only, you know what he was trying to do? He was trying to get me to pay him for sex. He was trying to get me to pay him for sex. I don't do dusties and I don't pay for sex. Finally, he proceeded to follow me when I was trying to walk away from him, y'all. So finally, the Uber pulled up, and I said, "Thank God!" I boogity to that damn Uber because I'm like, I don't want to talk to this dude. When a gentleman or a lady says in their actions, "I don't want to talk to you," why can't some of these dusty ass niggas get the hint? I don't want to talk to you, and then you're gonna ask me for money. That's what he was really over there for. He was trying to, because he knew I was gay. He knew I was gay. They can always tell. He knew I was gay. He could tell. He could tell. He knew I was gay. When a person is showing you they don't want to be bothered with you, leave them alone. I have no time for dusties, especially when you can get up off your motherfucking ass and go get a motherfucking job. He looked like he had not bathed in a week or more. Why are you bothering me? Why? Because I look good and I have pretty skin and my skin was glowing. I just came from the barber shop. I got my hair cut. You know what I mean? Because I go to the barber shop like maybe every 2 weeks, every 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. I go to the barber shop, get my beauty treatment, get my face trimmed. You know, I do all of that. I guess because I was glistening and glowing and he saw these pretty lips. He saw all of that. And he could not take the fact that he knew I didn't want to be bothered with him. And he kept trying to talk to me. But the moral of the story is this. If these niggas if they're doing that to me, a big grown ass man like me, trying to force me to talk to them, and black men do this to me all the time, always trying to force me to talk to them, if they're doing that to me, then I can imagine the shit that they're doing to women, especially black women. Black women can't even walk down the street without niggas fucking with them. They can't even walk down the street without being, harassed. And now, child, they think they're gonna do that to me. Oh no! See, they gonna see. Think they're gonna do that to me, child? I was so upset. I had to tell the damn Uber driver what had happened. I didn't tell him all of it. I didn't tell him what he was. When a nigga walks up to another nigga asking him, "Are you all right?" That's a pickup line. They're trying to see where your head is at. They're trying to see how far they can go with you. They're trying to see if they can get you into some type of sexual arrangement, which would involve me giving him money. You know what I'm saying? I was highly upset when I came back home. I was highly upset. Did not like it at all, did not find it flattering. Well, I mean, I know I'm gorgeous. I know I have a nice face and pretty lips, but no, my nigga, I'm good. I don't have time for dusties. And I'm not being judgmental, I'm being honest. Dusties are problems. They are problematic. They are problematic. I have no time for dusties. Don't approach me again. I'm out taking care of my business, getting me some nice, glasses or whatever the case may be, because I wear glasses, getting me some glasses or whatever the case may be, and this Dusty is bothering me of all people. He kept looking over there at me too. He saw me and was staring over there at me. He kept looking at me. And this man was in his 20s or early 30s. And see, because I don't look my age, especially when I get my hair cut off and shaved, because I don't look my age, I look younger. I look like I'm about 35-ish, people have told me. Because I don't look my age, these dudes think that they can just, say and do and move in a way with me, you know. So I tried to walk away several times. He kept bothering me. I said, is this what black women have to go through sometimes? Is this what you all have to deal with? No dusties. But anyway, that's all I really had to say. I just wanted to come through and just chat a little bit. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.